Can you hear me? I hope yes. Recently I made some changes here and I have no place. Moment. Okay, great. It's working. Hello again. Yes, my name is Igor. I hope you know me. I hope you're watching my streams in English. And finally, today, what we are actually doing on this streaming sessions on Facebook and YouTube. I'm sharing with you my knowledge and experience regarding Lean Six Sigma. I am Master Black Belt in Lean Six Sigma. I'm training, I'm certifying, and I'm coaching also the green belts, black belts. Okay, good. And finally I came to an idea to give this knowledge for free to you. So what we do, we will do on I'm sorry, but they are not so frequently, they are not actually daily. I'm trying to do my best. I'm trying to be here every day with you, but because of my other duties and other activities, it's not always possible. So let me find now where is Mod International. Oh yes, okay. Mod International. So if you are looking for the streamings on Facebook, you can find mod int dot. This is the group where I stream every day. Where my streams can be found, and also on my YouTube channel. You can also look me and find on my YouTube channel, which is MOD Mistrz Osobistej Zdolności as well. But anyway, we are finally finishing the measure phase. Honestly, I started my previous streaming was already about finish measure phase, but then we entered into the very important topic, which is Gemba. And unfortunately, I just flowed with the subject, and I used all the time that was foreseen for that streaming that time. But again, Gemba is very, very important, especially because we have to rely on Gemba. We have to go to Gemba every time we want to verify what is the current status of the process of the situation. And please do not judge the situation from your desks. Take some activity, and I think we are very often doing so because we are lazy. This is not because we don't know, or we don't know that it's possible, or we don't have access to Gemba. No, we are very often trying to evaluate the situation and judge from the distance because we are just lazy. Hello, Piotr. Finally, you can. By the way, the PDF presentation from this streaming, all the presentation I have here, from the beginning here till the end, I will put as well on this Mod International page on the Facebook, because recent file I passed into my Polish fan book was page on the Facebook was not updated one. So this is updated with the Gemba. So I will update this on this international channel. Okay. So and finally today I hope we finish the measure phase, and the next streaming will be about the analyze phase, which is very, very interesting and important. So why we talk about Gemba last time? This is because in the measure phase we are entering two doors. We went already through the data, we went through the MSA, run chart, histogram, and as well we have to enter to the process door, and then we discuss the Gemba. So we are entering the process door to go to Gemba directly. The Gemba, this is a place where it's happening, and you have to always find enough time to go to Gemba. Especially if you are a leader, if you would like to control the process, if you would like to show the others that the process is important for you, that you really care about the process, you have to be on Gemba every time, as often as possible. There is also one way of Japanese management who is saying managed by Gemba. Hello, Kacper. Nice to see you. So managed by Gemba, and this is the expression for someone who is very active in being with others, close to the process. Because on Gemba, as we already mentioned, we can observe a lot of very important information. First, we have to observe the deviations, the differences between how it should be and how it is. And the differences, this is always the differences. This is the most important information we want to we want to collect in our Lean Six Sigma projects. If we are not able to capture the differences, we will not be successful in identifying what should be changed. And by the way, like every quality specialist, every quality problem is about the difference. So also during the Lean Six Sigma project, we have to follow the differences. So we also noticed the differences. If you remember, we noticed the differences when we were looking at the data. You remember when we have created our project workbook, project book. Always below every graph that I ask you to draw, there is an objective. Look for differences and similarities and explain them. Also, when you have the histogram, look for the differences and explain them. So this is the main goal for you when you are looking at the data, and also this is the main goal when you look at the process, at the Gemba. And okay, I told you that I will create a Google spreadsheet project book that will be sufficient and enough to track your project, your DMAIC project. And also I was thinking about, is it possible also to show the process map? And this is the measure. Why I want to do this as a separate? And I will also rename this. Why I want to do this as a separate? Because I think I will have to maintain the same sizes of the columns, and this would be not possible. Can I convert to links? Unlink, open links? No, I want to. Great. So, of course, I hope you you took a chance before in describing the process. As you know, okay, what we can do, we can even put here process map in the Google, and we see here a lot of examples of the process map. You see, so one of the standard way to present the process map is to draw the flow of activities. No, flow the material, flow the subject, and by this flow we represent the activities with the activities of the process. It's quite difficult actually to create this complex word sentence in English. So the diagram represents the activities from which the process is built. No, from which process is built with. I hope yes. Okay, and very often we are creating this as the algorithm. Like when you create or develop a software application, you also have to draw the sequence of the activities done by user with the system or some sub-applications in the systems. We are just drawing the flow of the information between different applications or functions in the program. You do the same in the process. I was doing this very often before, but then I was missing quite a lot of information, like where it was done, who was doing this, and so on, so on. And then for quite a long time, I suggest to everyone. Can I show it? Show graphic, just the graphic, nothing else. Okay, so this is the flowchart presented by on one page. This is like process documentation guide. Learn how to document the process. I mean, you can find a lot of examples of this kind of work. I don't want to stick to just one way on one solution. You can use whatever you want. What I do also, I will show you later on, we are using also the post-its and do it together on the wall with the team This is also the best way because you engage people. Actually, there should be a sequence of activities like this. You go with the team to Gemba, you ask your team members to open the eyes and look for the activities for the process, and then you are coming back to the room, and then you're creating a process together. So everyone's findings, everyone's notes should be used to create a complete process map. It's always better to use few people to examine and observe the situation than only by you, when you can miss important activities or situations on the Gemba. So it's better to do it together with others. It's always better to have more pair of A's on the Gemba than only yours one. So we are taking this information from the Gemba and we are creating this kind of process map. And what's the difference between this process map and, for example, the standard algorithm, like here, like process flow? Here we indicate where the activities is happening. By where we mean like station, an operator, or process, or place in the on the flow. You can also use a combination of the flow chart and the layout of the company, of the production floor. Then you create something like spaghetti flow. Oh no, but in the spaghetti flow you have also the frequency. So you are measuring this for a certain distance, a certain period of time, and then you are also indicating the spaghetti diagram how often certain transport is happening. So right now we are not identifying the frequency of transportation. We just monitor the flow of the activities, but here we create for every person or every operator, whoever is taking part in the process, for this participants of the process, we create a separate line, like on the swimming lanes, on the swimming pool. This is why this way of presenting the process very often is also named like the swimming line, swimming lanes. Okay, so yes, I see here this Creately. So thanks to Creately, we are using this. If you would like to find more information about how to process the map, you can go to the Creately, and definitely you will find more examples. So thank you very much. Coming back to this flow. So the swimming lanes we create. First, we have to start with the participants. So we have to know how many participants are taking part in the process, and then we just draw the activities on the lane which is designed for the certain participant. Okay, so we will create this in such a nice flow. Of course, the best process is when you have just a diagonal line from the first participant to the other, and the process is not going to the left and to the right. Here you have an example of the process that is coming back very often to the beginning. There is a lot of branches, yes, and actually this is not an example of a good process. The best process is going, from, if the sequence of participants is logic, then it's going pack, only diagonal to the down, and this is the best process. Of course, it's not so often happening in the real life, but this is what we have to aim when we create, when we optimize the process. So what we have to do, we can also use a different kind of software to do. Of course, the Visio, of course, the PowerPoint, of course, any other software is very good for that. Let me find one thing. I will try to find also some examples of the process flow done with the team on the shop floor just after visiting the shop floor, because this is actually what I would like to encourage you for. I know that we are doing this Google spreadsheet for this, but no, this is from my mobile. Do I have here from iPad? Yes, I have. Oh, sorry, I have also here some pictures from my iPad, and on iPad I have a lot of examples, and I will just put it on the PowerPoint and you will see what I mean. Okay, so we can do like this. So we have the PowerPoint. and so we do this like this. So we copy this process map swimming lenses. I don't know if you hear this. Doom doom. This is my neighbor's bloody buttocks. Okay, so let's put here some pictures. By the way, let me check also the spelling. As you know, English is not my native language, so I may do a lot of mistakes. Sorry for that. Oh, not so bad. Okay, so let's put some pictures, and we will choose from iPad, and these are the examples of my different activities with the teams during the trainings. Okay, let's take this example. Okay, the first example, you see a very simple process flow created with the team already just after being on Gemba. And what I mean, it's not easy to, okay, you know that you can also a little bit update the drawing, so you can trim it to the size you need. This is very convenient, recently done by Microsoft. I like it very much. So you see there is a very simple process flow. Hello, hello. Great, you managed to join me. So you see the participants, and then each activity is represented by a separate post-it card. And one practical hint is that you should draw the lines only after verifying that all activities are already there. This is also another good example, because what is done here, you also have identified in the same way. I mean, this is also possible. If your team is, if you and your team are aware about what is added value activities and not added value activities, so added value activities versus non-added values activities, not adding values activities. Okay, I think adding value activities. Okay, so what does it mean? You are also identifying what is Muda, what is not Muda. And you see on the green, the team has put already these activities that the customer is interested in, and we should keep it. On the red, there's activities that are not adding the value, and already there was some voting which we have to eliminate from the beginning. Yes. Okay, a moment. Why there is a green in the dots? Okay, perhaps has the biggest impact to the time of the process. Okay, another example of the process map may look like this. Let me implement. Let me put here another example. Okie dokie, okie dokie. Okay, could be like this. This is quite interesting. It may looks like complex, but why it's already cut? This I don't understand. Moment. I'm doing this too fast. Okay, no, it's not like this. Let's try again. I'm sorry, because I was a little bit confused by this proposal that Microsoft is telling me how to place this picture. And it was looking like there is something behind the stream, but I think I was wrong. So let's do again. Oh, so let's put this example. Okay, good. So this is an example of another process flow. You see there is just you know some participants of the process, and then the process steps, and that's all. And so what I propose, even if we do the spreadsheet, even if we do this Greenbelt DMAIC project book, and you know what what I was thinking. Let's try. Okay, if you don't mind, let's try to create something similar here in the spreadsheet. So there is participation, not path. Participant 1, participant 2, participant 3, not double A. Okay, and then what we can do, let's assume that, for example, we can draw the color. So you see, this would be possible. For example, it's happening like this and then like this. So we can create a simple Gantt, and then it may be quite convenient to present the process flow like this. I'm not sure if I can insert here some text like drawings. Can I insert some drawings? Let's try to draw something. Yes, I know, Kacper. There are a lot of different ways to show the process. I have no time to present all of the types. My streaming here is to present, the simplest way. I will not try to do this here because it's just a waste of time. I think what is actually the best is just to insert an image, image, new image, do photos, upload. We upload the photos. So this is perhaps will be one exception. So I recommend you to follow the spreadsheet and use the cells. In this case, I recommend you to go with the team to present, to see the Gemba, then put on the post-ticks and use the flip chart. Use the time you spent with your team together, create the best process map ever, and then just put this picture, make a picture with your camera and put this picture here on the Google spreadsheet. Okay, like this one. Let's try to find some picture. You see there's a lot of SciPocs also. By the way, I have also a lot of pictures from the FMEA sessions. Okay, let's do like this. Okay, let's insert this. It will work, I hope, yes. Come on. I think I made a mistake. I think I have like image over cells. Yeah, sorry. You see, I'm not the best specialist in Google spreadsheet, but I'm learning all the time. So let's put this open, and it will be over cells, so it means that it will cover the cells, and I hope it will. Yes, great. So and what we'll do, so we just copy this and put it here. Can I copy the picture? Moment. It's not working. Come on. So another edit, cut, edit, copy, and here edit, paste. Okay. So it was not working with Control X. Okay. So we put here Gemba process map, and also the objective is there's also an objective here. when you go to Gemba and do the process map. The objective is, do you remember what? I think we can also use this file, because wherever you do the Gemba, does it looks normal? No, it's not about the normal distribution. We are verifying and comparing what we see with the standards. How the process looks like compared with known standards. Please remember that you may not have already written standards for the process, especially when you are entering some area for the first time, and then you and your colleagues from the company have never had time to go there and verify the process, and then you finally go there to observe what's finally happening there, and there is no instructions, you know nothing. There's always some standard there is always some standard, because you have your own experience. You worked already several years. So I like activity number 12, and for example, no standards. For example, it's just an example of what could be the observations from that. Or for example, too much, no, too for example, too many loops, not so many patches. Sorry, I have always with this very simple words, and I have always problems with, yes, too many. Okay, so too many loops from activity 14, for example. Okay, for example, defects. So you are putting this flow map, you're discussing with your team what are the observations, and then you have to put it down. So let's do like this. Okay, I want you to make a picture of the process and put your remarks here, and you also have to compare the spreadsheet with the PowerPoint presentation, because here are some explanations, some additional information. So by completing this, another question. I may for example make this like, so I will copy this. I will just put here as a 2 examples. Okay. No, delete, please delete. This will be here, this will be here. I can put here just a small remark that we are also able to prepare to do this kind of analysis. But what is very important after that is verify the final picture with the team. What does it mean? I want you, just after you put a process map on the flip chart, that someone has to read it loud to the team, and the team is listening and trying to find out, does it make sense or not. So it's very important to really give a chance and spend some time with the team to listen to the story you managed to put on the flip chart. Does it make sense? Because when we are working with the team, when everyone is trying, oh, I remember we were doing this, oh, I remember we were doing this, no, after this we go there, and after this we go there. So we are all creating the process map. At the end, it must reflect the logic and the reality, what's happening on the process in the Gemba. So this is very good that, okay, we put everything, everyone is taking step back to see the process map, and one is just reading the whole story, how the material is flowing. So first doing this client, and then technology, and then the service, doing this, then supply, and then the storage, and then production, yes, and then shipment. So Someone has to read the story and everyone is listening. Okay, it makes sense. Okay, I remember it was like, oh, okay, everyone agree. It means that we managed to capture the process in the best way. Please never stop and close the meeting without this verification. This is also in line with the PDCA approach, so we have to always verify if we manage to capture the process properly. Okay, good. So actually these two elements, so the graphs and the process map, are the most important tangible deliverables so results of the measure phase. And you have to remember one thing before we conclude today, because you see it was quite short but I think productive streaming. I just wanted to really finish the measure phase, because you see according to the DMAIC plan, there is a lot of in front of us, and tomorrow I hope I will be able to start with the analyze phase, so something new, something much more interesting. It will be brilliant, it will be great, but to be successful in the analyze phase, you have to really finish the measure phase with the real facts and figures. And you see, just before the analyze, before this brainstorm, when we ask our teammates and expert and teams why we see what we see, we have to show them how does it look like. And this is why we are using some graphs and the process map. So we are showing to them the results of our data analyze and the process analyze. Of course, the best is when the team was able to do this analyze with us, together with us. Then they have fresh mind, they have fresh findings, they have already still in front of their eyes, in their brains, in their minds, because they were at the Gemba just few minutes ago. And then you just taking this engagement, the speed, this flow, and do the brainstorm session. So what I propose, like the best sequence is, for example, you organize the meeting. You have already a histogram, you have already a run chart, you have some data. So this you don't do with your team of experts, but you do at the beginning a Gemba walk. So you go with the team to Gemba, you see together how the process looks like, you're coming back to the classroom, you do the process flow, and then just after the process flow you show the histogram, you show the run chart, you show them data. You may also show the business case. So all information you have. You remember the business case? At the first streaming sessions we discussed yesterday, what is so important in the business case? You talk about the problem, you talk about the money, you talk about the pain, you talk about why we have to do this. So you have to also motivate the team why we are spending this time together, because the business case show us if we will not focus ourselves right now on the problem, our company may have a lot of problems, yes? With some assumption on the quote of the star, small star, this everything will work fine only if the team will be motivated to work for the company, for the employer, for the owner. Whatever I'm telling you right now, all these teamwork activities, the Gemba walk, the measurement system analyze, this will not work if we are not motivating our teams, we as the leaders. Yeah, it may be very interesting. Yes, I understand for everyone, every green belt that is trying to use and learn the Lean Six Sigma methodology, it's quite interesting. Yes, but if this is only for you, for your personal goals, it will not work, because all this time, all these effects, the work together should bring benefits to your customers, to your teammates, to the company later on. So doesn't matter. So it will work only if the team will be motivated. So showing the business case is also one of the ideas to motivate them. At least they know why. The main boundary against the changes is that we don't know why we are doing this. So there's a lot of very important aspects of communication, cooperation, motivation with the others before you implement Lean Six Sigma. This sentence that doesn't matter what kind of methodology or what kind of strategy you will apply, it will always overwhelmed by the culture in the company. So every strategy will be eaten by culture for breakfast. So even if you know exactly how the DMAIC should look like, if you know what are the tools, you have a great example of the Green Belt project book. If you find no one to work with, if no one else would like to help you and engage themselves in the project, it will simply not work. If your leaders, if your employer, owners, directors, heads are not willing to engage themselves in this project, it will not work. So it will be perhaps one event show, you do one project or one presentation and nothing will happen. Okay, anyway, so this was like small off topic to how to organize the first brainstorm session. So the next time we meet, I will talk about these brainstorm sessions, but I would like you to be prepared that please plan it in advance and plan it in such a way so you will start this with your Gemba walk, and then after the Gemba walk you come back together, you create a process flow, you show the data you have, and then you start asking the questions. Please, my dear friends, tell me why it's possible, why it's happening, and then they will look and search for the potential root causes. Okay, so thank you very much for this session. It was very rapid, very condensed, but I put myself a target. No, I defined for myself a target for today. I will finish the measure phase, so tomorrow we can start with the analyze. So if you have any questions, please put this in the comments. If you think that this subject, the streaming, is valuable for any of your colleagues, teammates, your suppliers, your customers, please share it. It will always help me to motivate, and also it will help the others to understand and use this, because this is for our own benefits. If our suppliers and customers, if they will think in the same way, it means our work will be easier, our job will be easier, and we will have an easier life. So thank you very much. Stay safe, stay healthy, stay away from this bloody virus, and be strong together, being in quarantine alone at home. So thank you very much.